Hello and welcome to the channel. Today let's practice some imagination. Let's practice some pretending. Maybe you don't remember how to pretend. Maybe it's been a long time since you've tried that. But I've been working, this channel is all about the law of attraction, all about manifesting, and all about playing in other realities to kind of get to know what it feels like and what would be fun to us and the joy of life and playing in that. Maybe your physical 3D reality does not represent that at all, and you've been focusing on that, and we want to stop focusing on that, and we want to come into a place where we focus on joy and happiness and fun and excitement and love and all those wonderful sensations. And we find things within our imagination that stimulate those emotions. So let's pretend today that we are on retreat together. And close your eyes first as I get ready to pull these cards. We are on retreat in some location of your choosing. You had plenty of money to book the retreat, plenty of money to fly to the retreat. That money is not an issue. Okay, you got all the money in the world at your disposal. You are money. Money is you. You cannot be separated from it. So therefore, it is at your disposal to use in any way you wish. So you've come to a retreat, and I am there, and it's time for our session together. And maybe we just had breakfast as a group, and now we've broke off in our going to see whoever we're seeing during that session. And right now you are having a session with me. That actually used to be my reality, working retreats, and I think that I'm going to move back towards that. In my imagination, I am already. So here we are, we're on retreat together, and Spirit wants to talk to you about something. So let's see what Spirit wishes to speak to you about today. Give us 3 cards up top to tell us the current situation. Visualize, please, your beautiful location. We are in maybe an outdoor space or a room together. We're going to go for the world upright. It actually came out in the reverse. I am going to put it back in the reverse. I wanted it to be upright, but it came out reverse. 2 more cards about what you wish to speak to them today about. The Tower in reverse. 1 more. 1 more. The Queen of Pentacles. That also came out earlier, and I put it back. So, meant to be the World in reverse, the Tower in reverse, and the Queen of Pentacles. So with the World in reverse, there may be some undertaking that you're wanting to do, some door you're wanting to walk into towards a big goal, but you're not quite taking all the steps necessary to do that for whatever reason. It can also talk about not closing out a cycle, or I think we're going to go with the first thing. We'll get some clarification on it, but I think there are some steps that are not being taken yet towards a big goal of yours. And the Tower is, it's in the reverse, and you're undergoing this like a transformation, and things are in upheaval. They may not be in upheaval yet, but it's like the ground is shaking, like things have to change. Your vibration has changed. Things in your physical world have to change with them. Okay? So that's going to happen. You want that to happen. That's the whole reason you practice, going inwardly and impressing things on that inner universe, is because you want your physical world to change. And sometimes, that doesn't look real good at first, getting to that outcome that you're manifesting, getting to that joy and excitement and fun type of life. You got to clean up whatever is in your life that's not that, and it will fall away. So yeah, there's some destruction. I keep getting, it's not happened yet, but you can feel it coming. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. And this is just, a reminder and kind of a pat on the back to you for being, nurturing and loving and kind and wanting the best, wanting stability for your family and wanting to be able to provide for that family financially and in material ways. So there you are sitting there on that throne, but there's some things here beside you that is not taking the steps, and you got some changes coming here for you to be prepared for. So let's get clarification on the world in reverse. The world in reverse. The world in the reverse. You have the Page of Wands. This can mean some good news. We're going to see how it correlates with this world in reverse. The Tower in reverse, please. Clarify the Tower in the reverse. The Nine of Cups in the reverse. Pessimism. The Queen of Pentacles in the upright, please. Clarify that. An Ace of Swords in the reverse. Interesting. With the world coming out in the reverse, but then you have the Page of Wands. It says you're willing to do it. Like you feel excited when you think about it. There's something within you that just a fire within you that makes you curious and makes you go after things and makes you willing to do things, but for some reason you have something here in this world in reverse, and it could just be a vibrational thing that's keeping that door closed. You're willing to walk through it, you're willing to go, you're willing to do what it takes. But there's something not fully closed out that needs to be closed out so that you can move forward. Which may be what this Tower is about to bring you. So the Nine of Cups is clarifying the Tower. It talks about looking outside of yourself for your happiness. So you're depending on that 3D reality and what's happening on that that timeline, You're waiting on that outcome to feel happiness, or you're looking at your current situation, which is the opposite of what we do in manifesting. You never pay attention to the 3D or believe in it or entertain it or let it trigger you, but it's like you're still kind of, this Tower in reverse is going to help you stop doing that. It's kind of going to force you inside to kind of hibernate while this thing is, and just focus on your inner creations. Focus on what you're creating, not what's falling apart. Okay? As it's falling apart, know that it's falling apart because you have been doing your manifesting work. You have been doing your I would rather say the word creating than manifesting. I don't know why. That has a negative association for me. So let's just say creating. You've been doing your creating, which means you're focusing on the feelings you want to have in life. No matter what, the outward, your outward circumstance, if you look at it, there's not a lot of, because you're judging it, or that ego is always judging it, and it's not judging it in a positive way. So you're not going to get a positive judgment from looking through the eyes of the ego at your outer world at all. So you have to refocus inwardly if you want to have a positive judgment. So you have to create something inside you that your ego is going to look at and be like, oh yeah, that feels good. Oh, I like that. Like That's what you're having to do, and that's what you're being asked to ground yourself in. And you are going to start to see the outer shift. But I'm just telling you, it's not going to look pleasant, because I think whatever is falling away is going to put this world card in the upright, meaning it's going to close that door that is currently open that is keeping you from walking through the new door. Okay? It'll close that one out and open a new cycle, open a new door. So this new door can't open until this old stuff falls away. So just know that, and don't get caught up, because you'll keep that old door open. Like, just don't get caught up in what's happening. Don't do your best not to react to it. Do your best to keep your focus inward right now. And then once you get through the storm, then the outer is going to look like the inner, which puts you in a Queen of Pentacles. And let's see what the Ace of Swords is doing upside down here. So, this can talk about a new idea, like you've got something emerging in you, okay? A new idea. And this could be your inner creation, and you're not sharing that. You're not like telling everybody about it, and that's a very good thing. That's actually very good advice, especially if you're like me and surrounded by extremely pessimistic or negative people in your world, which is of your own creation, which is of my own creation. Like I've created that, but now I'm dissolving that. That's going to fall away. And the people in my world will be very supportive and high vibing and optimistic, and that's what I'm creating in my inner world. And that's what, when I look at it, I judge that in a positive way of like, oh, yes, what a relief. That feels so much better than being, having a world full of wet blankets that put your fire out every chance that they get. So that's what you are doing as this Queen of Pentacles. You do hold the energy. You're already holding the energy. You're just not telling anybody that that's what you're doing. Okay? I'm telling you here that that's what I'm doing, but I don't tell anybody around me. Like, nobody around me even knows, except for one friend, knows I'm doing this channel. And, well, more than you who were already subscribed, and then one friend outside of that. Y'all know. And nobody else does. I've not shared it with anybody. I've not told a soul. Because I know that, it may not be something that's supported or encouraged. So it's mine. And I'm holding that Queen of Pentacles energy because I'm moving towards that. And so are you. All right, so let's see if you do not change any of your mentality. If you keep thinking what you're thinking, what is the outcome? Show us path A, please. They keep thinking what they're thinking. So what we're wanting to know here in this path A and path B is what we need to change, okay? How we need to change our thinking. So if you do not change anything and you hold the same vibration, you get the Hangman in the reverse. Show us path A. Do not change anything. You get the Temperance in reverse. It's waiting and impatience. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little something here. Hold on. Let me get this last card of path A, please. And the King of Wands in the reverse. All right. When you're doing your creating work on the inside, don't do it for the purpose of changing the outside. Don't care about the outside anymore. The outside is whatever the outside is. If you make it about changing the outside, you're going to be constantly checking the outside to see if it's changed, which puts you in this, kind of Hangman in the reverse energy, like, and the Temperance in the reverse. Waiting and impatience and just feeling like you start going into these inconsistent vibrations because You're creating on the inside, and you're focusing on that, and then something happens on the outside that you're working to change, but it's not changed, and it's just reinforced that it's not changed, and you react to that, and then your vibration's inconsistent. Forget the outside world. You're not trying to change. I want you to have the mentality, I'm not trying to change anything on the outside. The outside can do whatever it wants to do. Do not care. I'm not trying to change the outside. I'm not worried about the outside world. Let it do what it does. I do not care. It's irrelevant to me. What I care about is what's going on in my inside world. And inwardly, I'm focused on imaginings and, visions and thoughts that are high vibing and they feel good. So that I can feel good emotionally. That's the main goal. Everything else is a side effect. What happens in your outer world is a side effect of that. But you don't care about that. It's like whatever the outside world does, it just does. Whatever happens, manifests, does, I don't care. It's not about that. I'm not trying to change anything in my outer world. But you will. But you're not trying to. If that makes sense. I don't want trying to change your outer world, your focus, because that puts you in the wrong vibration. Don't care about the outer world. Don't care. Divorce yourself from the outer world. Could not care less. The outer world can go to hell for all I care. I'm sorry, but I don't care. I don't care about the outer world. I'm going to focus on my inner world. And what goes on in here is priority to me, because that controls how I feel inside. And then that trickles out into my outer world, but I don't care about that. So if you change nothing, I do see you looking in your outer world and feeling like you're waiting on something. And I think that you're going to slow down the process of this tower moment, and you're going to slow down the process of this world card closing out this old door and opening the new one. This hangman in the reverse says, pause for a minute and look at things from a different perspective. And that's what I just gave you, a different perspective. Don't care about the outer world. I'm not watching and waiting on something to change in the outer world. I notice it when it does, but I go right back in. I go right back into my inner world and focus on that. And I might even get a little excited as I see things starting to shift and change. But I'm not worried about that. Like, it's my inner world is my priority. That is my perspective. The temperance in the reverse can talk about something feeling out of balance or off, or something that's causing stress and anxiety. So that's just a sign to me that you're looking and judging things with your ego on the outside of you. If you were not doing that, there would be no stress or anxiety. If you were only focused on the inside and what feelings you were creating in your inner world, then there wouldn't be imbalance, because you get to create whatever you want. You would create the balance. So that says you're looking on the outside. Just what this Nine of Cups is saying. You're looking on the outside of you for your happiness. You're not going to find it there, especially if your vibration has been really bad. You're not going to vibe fear and negativity and look outside of you and see things that make you feel happy. It's not how it works. You have to feel things inside of you that make you feel happy, and then you can look outside the window at some point and see that reflected back to you. See things outside of you that also stimulate that feeling. But a lot of times we want that the other way around. It's like, well, let my outside world change and then I'll get to feel happy. No, that's reverse. And then this puts you in a King of Wands, a lack of direction. You don't know what you don't know, you're confused. You lack that direction for that passion, knowing what your passion is, because you keep looking outside of you for your passion. And let me give you one word of advice. Stop scrolling on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, whatever it is that you're flicking through those 15-second clips all day long, stop doing that for a week. Just do it. It will change your vibe tremendously, because while some of them are funny and uplifting, a lot of them just cause you to compare yourself and to feel like a failure, and to feel like you're not doing it right, and to feel like others know what they're doing and you don't, and others have it all going on and you don't. Stop for 7 days. No flipping, scrolling, whatever you do. Just stop. Okay? Keep it inside. Keep it in creative mode. And that King of Wands will turn in the upright, as in you'll start to then, that's a distraction, that all that flipping is a distraction from getting to know you and what does bring you joy and what does bring you happiness. And no wonder you don't know what your passion is, and no wonder you don't have any direction. You're too busy looking at what everybody else is doing, and you've got to really, really, especially right now, focus on what you're doing. Create your life. Stop watching everybody else live theirs. Create your life. Okay, path B. What's the outcome if they change their mentality? They raise it to the highest vibe possible. Okay, the Queen of Wands in the reverse. All right, there's more messages about this sense of direction. The sunshine is coming out. That's a beautiful card. I love that card. Give us path. 5 of Pentacles. Wow, we've not seen that in anything. Oh, the end of feeling loss and struggle and hardship. The end of it. The end of it. Feeling on the outside, looking in, just like what I was just saying. I was just saying, all that flipping and scrolling makes you feel like you're on the outside. Everybody else is living life and doing their thing and having just a marvelous time. And you have no life. You have no life. You're just watching everybody else live their life. That's because you're looking for your happiness outside of you. Go inside and create it. Shut out the distractions. Go inside and create it. And this 5 of Pentacles will be a thing of the past. The sun. This is life energy, life force. You're going to be energized. You're going to know the truth of you, the real true you. Here's an affirmation for you from, who was that? William Atkinson's. I am asserting the mastery of my real self. I am asserting the mastery of my real self. Let the real self come out. The real self can't come out unless you go inside and meet them. Go meet you. Go meet you and go create a life. And all that is going inside. Forget what's going on outside. Forget what your life looks like currently. It does not matter. Stop trying to change how your life looks currently. Leave it alone. Let it be what it is. Accept it 100%. And stop watching it. Go inside. Go inside and say, let me explore in here. Because everything exists within you. Everything you feel withheld from and shut out from, it exists inside of you. You just are in the dark. You're not exploring those rooms at all. You feel separated. That's the biggest lie of all. You are not separated from any of it. It is all you. It is all within you. Every bit of it is you. All that money you see everybody else have, all those careers you see everybody else have, all that love you see everybody else have, that's you. And you believe in separation, therefore you're seeing someone else live it instead of yourself. It's all you. And it's all inside. Give it to yourself inside. See yourself living it. See yourself, having the big house or the car. See yourself enjoying those things. I don't care what the thought is. And it may not be material, and I don't see that as good or bad. You're just playing here. You're playing with what feels good. Go play. Go inside and play. Ignore the outside. Let's look at the Queen of Wands. When the Queen of Wands is in the upright, you've reached a place of like confidence in yourself and self-respect. So this being in the reverse says you've got to stop not believing in yourself. Believe in your creativity. So as you hold the highest mentality, you believe. As you hold the highest vibration, you believe in yourself. You believe in your capabilities. You believe in your enthusiasm. You believe in your confidence. You know you were given this excitement and this idea for a reason. You know you like doing this thing for a reason, and see yourself doing that inside of you. I don't care what's going on outside of you. I don't care what doors aren't open. I don't care who's not calling. I don't care about any of that, and you shouldn't either. Go inside of you, see those doors open, see you making money in the most easy, silly, ridiculous way ever that people would be like, oh my God, that's how you made all your money? And you're like, yep, that's how it happened. Like, go see that. If that's fun and enjoyable to you, go do that. See yourself, sometimes when we look for relationships, we don't even know how we want to be loved. Like, what does that look like to you? How do you want to be loved on? Like, some of us, we think we know, but we don't actually know because we've never explored it. There's a lot of self-exploration that needs to be going on here for whoever I'm talking to today. Enough of feeling Five of Pentacles, being shut out and abandoned and focused on loss and struggle and hardship and life is hard and nothing ever works out and I'm the victim of this and that. Stop. Stop, 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 stop. And I don't care if a lot of people around you are in that mentality. They're just reflecting for you what you need to go in and change. Forget the outside world. Forget it. Let it be whatever it is. Stop trying to change it and stop waiting on it to change. Go inside, make the changes in there. And then the side effect of that is a different reflection on the outside, but don't care about that. That's not what it's about. I cannot stress that enough. Stop trying to change your outer world through your creations. That just happens naturally, but stop trying to do it. Give us the secret key, and I'm also going to be lazy, and I'm just taking one shot of all these cards at one time, so you won't see 6 different pictures. You're just going to see the one of all the cards out at once because I'm feeling lazy. 7 of Swords is coming out in the, not the secret key, the spiritual advice. Give us the advice. What I'm hearing is take it and run with it. Take it and run with it. I know this card usually talks about, sneaking around or sneaking off or dishonesty or theft or stealing something, but what you're sneaking off with belongs to you. And I think this is coming out again in this Ace of Swords in the reverse. It's like you got an idea and you've got things that you're working on the inside, and I think you need to stay sneaky about that right now, because you probably are surrounded by a bunch of mirrors who are wet blankets, because you've allowed your ego to focus on wet blankets. And you know what I mean by wet blankets. They put your fire out anytime you have an idea. So keep doing that. Keep it to yourself. This is for you to know and you only. What is the secret key? What is the secret key? Ace of Pentacles. Know that you are blessed beyond measure. Know that you are prosperous. Know that this door is closing. See it in your mind right now. See this door that you're willing to do the things that you've not taken steps towards. See it close. And I don't know what that looks like for you. Maybe you know what this door is, maybe you don't. But just see a door and say that old door is closing and a new one is opening. See it. Give it a color. Make it as real as possible. Close your eyes. Look at it. There's the door. I see my old door is red. There it is. There's that old red door. And it's been open for way too long. and I don't know who or what situations on the other side of it that I keep entertaining, what old fear is over there. I don't know, but I'm shutting it. Now see the new door open. Here's your new cycle. And by closing that old door, that's, the tower that's going to start to crumble. Whatever was supporting that door to stay open in your life is going to crumble. All that stuff is going to crumble and fall away. Don't be afraid. Stay inside. Now see that new door open. There it is. Beautiful. Mine's greenish blue. It's beautiful. On the other side of it, I see an ocean with a warm breeze. And I'm standing on a outside of a beautiful house off of the ocean, feeling that warm breeze. And there's a pool there beside me. And I'm just standing there feeling that new door open and that warm breeze flow through my hair. And that makes me feel, such relief. Here I am. I've always been here. I just was focused on the wrong things and couldn't see it. Here I am. It feels so good. What is that for you? What's your new door look like when you open it? Play with it. A lot of times I stress myself out trying to see things in my inner world that I can't see yet. Don't worry about it. And a lot of times I think, well, I need to choose one specific thing that I need to just hold the focus. Stop that. Don't make this hard. This is playing. That's what we do on our outer world. We make things, I have to choose, and I got to get it right, and stop that. Come in and play. It doesn't matter if it's a different imagining every day, a different looking house, a different location, a different person. It doesn't matter. Right now, in this moment, what makes you feel good when you think about it, when you imagine it? What brings you comfort? What brings you relaxation? What feels good to you? So your secret key is to focus on that beginning, that opportunity. There's an opportunity of an open door, and I know it's there. Use that visual this week that I just gave you. Listen to this reading as many times as you need to, once a day if you need to. Come back to this retreat session that you just had with me. This is your advice. Take it. I'm going to take it. This is what I'm going to be doing this week. All right. I hope this helped. I'll see you on the next one.